We begin with breaking news from Canada, where gunmen have opened fire at a mosque in Quebec City. The mosque president has told TRT World that 5 people have been killed. Around 40 people were gathered for evening prayers when the gunmen entered the mosque. Eyewitnesses say that up to 3 gunmen were involved. Local police say they've arrested 2 suspects, and the scene is now under control. Well, the Islamic Cultural Centre is located in Quebec City, which is the capital of Quebec. Canada's Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has spoken and has condemned the shooting. He tweeted in both English and French, saying, "Tonight, Canadians grieve for those killed in a cowardly attack on a mosque in Quebec City. My thoughts are with the victims and their families." Let's get more on the story and speak to our reporter Sean Mallen, who has been following events for us from Toronto. Sean, bring us up to date with the latest. What more do you know?
Well, all of the casualty figures you're reporting are still unofficial. As you said, they're from the president of the mosque. Police in Quebec City have not yet confirmed the numbers, only to say that there are deaths, there are injuries. We do not know how many injuries and how serious they are. Now, witnesses at the scene have been telling local reporters that it was 2 masked gunmen who burst in, started firing during evening prayers. One witness told a local reporter that one of them was speaking French with a Quebec accent, and that he said at one point during the shooting, "Allahu Akbar, God is great." Now, we are still waiting for more information from police, but 2 different news sources are reporting that this is being treated as an act of terrorism, and that the province of Quebec has brought into effect a special anti-terror unit to oversee this. The premier of the province of Quebec, this happened right in the city where he does his work, because it's the provincial capital, as you indicated. His name is Philippe Couillard. He sent out a tweet saying Quebec rejects this barbaric violence and stands in solidarity with the victims. He also said the provincial government is mobilizing to assure the safety of the people. Now, some context about this particular mosque. It's one of 2 in Quebec City, and last year during Ramadan, a severed pig's head was left on the front step. So it has had threats before, and during other times of when in the news there have been acts of terrorism abroad, we have seen occasional acts of vandalism at mosques in Quebec and throughout Canada, but very occasional. And this is, of course, an exceptional escalation of that being taken very seriously, and it's a pretty grim night here in Canada.
I mean, we know Justin Trudeau has already tweeted, and he's spoken in the past about racial harmony and integration. He's a big advocate of that, and open doors and so on. How much of a shock do you think this attack will be to the people of Canada?
Well, this is a stunning event. We've have had acts of terrorism here in the last couple of years, but casualties nothing like this. We had a shocking attack right on Parliament Hill in Ottawa about 2.5 years ago, where a soldier on guard outside a war memorial was shot and killed, and the gunman ran into the House of Commons and was gunned down by security officers there. But 5 people dead. If this is in fact the case, as we're hearing, is an extraordinary escalation. And of course, these are tense times, as we all well know, following the news about everything that's happening south of the border here. Prime Minister Trudeau has been tweeting that refugees are still welcome in Canada, and there's been an offer from the immigration minister here to shelter any refugees who might be caught up in the system and not able to get into the United States because of the recent executive order there. So these are strange and stressful times for everyone, but Canada, a relatively peaceful place, is reeling tonight at the scene in Quebec City.
Okay, Sean, many thanks for bringing us up to date. Sean Mallen there, our correspondent in Toronto.